To quote our favourite YouTuber, it's Velobuild day. Welcome to the bodge. I'm going to talk through this Velobuild 268 build. Sheesh. So yes, this is the pre-maiden voyage, which technically is still a maiden voyage, right? I'm actually just doing a little quick 10-minute ride. I'm 6 or 7 minutes in. So I'm going to head home, make some quick adjustments, put some bar tape on, and then we'll talk through this build. The things I like about the bike already, that sounds mad. The things I don't like about the bike already, inner tubes, and so on. Let's go. Okay, so we are back. We just did just shy of 15 minutes, which I know is no time at all on the bike. Just literally to just get some initial thoughts to dial in a bit of a position, mainly like the hood positions and stuff, before I go putting some nice uppercast bar tape on. Yeah, the bike, the setup feels great. Probably not the best aesthetics in here, but it feels great. It feels stiff, it feels quite responsive. My one only real dislike at this point, just straight off the bat, is this, the cockpit. I don't know what it is. I'm used to having like bar and stem combo. I'm used to having the prime handlebars. I've ran them on like 5 bikes, and I really enjoy that setup. Now, as you can see on my winter bike setup, prime stem, prime bars, Allez Sprint, S-Works SL7 stem, prime carbon bars, both at 38 centimeters. These are 40. They feel honestly like I'm on the wings of a jumbo jet, so I'm going to turn my shifters in. Also, the reach from the bars on the bars themselves, the reach is like feels substantially bigger. It's probably not, it's millimeters. So if there is a way that I can get a non-proprietary setup so that I can have a 3D printed thing and then run like this stem and all that sort of stuff, if that is at all a possibility, I will scour the internet and find a way to get that done, because it just feels alien at the moment. I'm going to turn my shifters in a little bit, I'm going to whack some bar tape on, we'll go out for a ride. I don't want this to be a negative video because the bike is great. It's such a windy day. It's probably one of the worst days that I could go out and do a bike review or bike video, really, because it's windy, it's changeable, comes in all grey, it looks like it's gonna absolutely smash down with rain. So yeah, anyway. Okay, so here's the first test. This is a hill where usually I drop down into the smaller ring, and I'm doing okay. Carried a bit of speed maybe, but one by at the front, grinding it out, 70 RPM. It's not too bad. Bike's nice and light, that's the caveat, I guess. So windy today. Ugh. Sorry for the zoomed in version of my face, and bogey's hanging out my nose. First ride then, Velobuild 268 frame set. First thing I'm going to talk about is the sort of like setup slash drivetrain we've got. We've got majority an Ultegra group set, Ultegra shifters, Ultegra brakes, Ultegra rear mech. Oh, hi, or bye in this case. So we've got no front mech. Running this one by, which is a bit of a dodgy move when you live in Cornwall, which is full of hills, but this is going to be something that I'm going to train on. I've got my power meter on here, I've got a 105 crank, it was just kicking around spare, so this is kind of the only thing I've had to buy for this build really is a cheap second-hand group set. and a saddle, because I had that spare crank kicking around. I had these wheels, and I tell you what, I have missed these wheels. They are some really nice wheels. You're probably wondering what's going on here. We're rocking an oval absolute black chainring. It's a 48 tooth, run 1130 in the rear, so I am grinding it on hills, but man, yeah, looks great. While I'm here, let's have a quick sound check on these wheels. Yeah, boy. Pocket cam.
Bruh.
Oh, fucking right. So for those of you who don't know anything about Velobuild, they're a Chinese company who make kind of one-to-one replica geometry wise of existing bikes. So this bike is based somewhere around the Tarmac SL7. Some people have said that it takes a little bit more from the Venge. If you look at the seat post, I can see why. You can pick up frame sets for around £500 plus a custom paint scheme plus shipping. The guys at Velobuild, if you followed my channel for a while, you'll know that I've had multiple bikes. I'm still riding the purple one. That's sort of off the road at the moment. I need a new bottom bracket and potentially some new handlebars, because actually just whilst riding this morning, I thought about something, because I'm not hugely happy with the cockpit on this, although after riding it now, I've kind of got used to it a little bit. Hi guys. Yeah, I'm not massively happy with the cockpit, maybe just because it's different, although I did have a revelation that I ordered some handlebars, but that's another video for another time. First impressions of this bike, going back, it does feel really fast. It feels really planted. Two of my three contact points are the same. The handlebars are different, so I am struggling with that a little bit. But that being said, I feel like I'm stretching a little bit, but that does mean that I can get into nice aerodynamic position and sit kind of down a little touch, and it's not too bad. But when I'm just riding on the hoods, it does feel a little bit stretched out, so that might not be a bad thing for what I want to use this bike for, but I am definitely feeling a little bit more pressure through my hands. I'll make a separate video on the TPU tubes that I'm using, but I did have a little problem pumping them up, as you'll see here. So for comparison, I'll show you my Allez Sprint. It just pumped up really easy. This one I had to these ones I had to pump up like a little bit at a time, and I wasn't 100% sure what pressure was in. The back one was better than the front one, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I've covered everything now. The paint does look great in the sun. So if you're wondering what colour scheme this is, it's a ice break white, which to me is more kind of silver, but it looks great when the sun does break through the clouds. It does look really, really good. Other points that I might have missed, I've got this insanely, I thought I had some spare bolt cages. The only one I had was one for my old TT bike. The other point I missed is the brake rotors. I've got a 160 on the front, 140 on the rear, and they're both prime. Made use of the wiggle prime sail as they were closing down, and I don't have a Garmin mount, so yeah. So yeah, it is super windy today. I've got a bit of a tailwind back to the coffee shop, well, the bike shop, but I'm going to get a coffee. I've got a bit of a tailwind back there. Let me know what you think in the description. This was supposed to be a build series, but as you'll probably see in the previous video, I got a bit annoyed and got it finished because I needed some proper tools for the brakes. But I've got a feeling there will be some videos to come with me doing some maintenance on this bike and possibly changing the handlebars out. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. So I just thought I'd give you a little final thought really on the Velobuild 268 frame set. Just got about an hour, just under an hour actually. No, sorry, just over an hour and 20 minutes. I've got to say, I really enjoyed riding it. My initial thoughts were like, ugh, brother, ugh, purely because of the handlebars. And that is still my thoughts. They are still my thoughts exactly, to be honest. I just don't like, I don't know what it is, I can't get it out of my brain. I don't feel as locked in as I do on the Allez or the other bike. I feel like my hands are in a weird position. I feel like it's 10 mil too long. So I have to really stretch or get in that aero position, which is fine, but I don't want to ride the whole time in that position. But yeah, like kind of performance wise, I would say this is on par with my Tarmac SL6, like hands down. Is it on par with the Allez Sprint? No. That bike just feels so much more fun to ride, a lot more versatile. Might be the wheel choice, might be the tyre choice, might be just because it's dialed in. I've got it really, like, I'm really happy with the position on that bike now. But that being said, for 500 quid, spare set of wheels I had lying around and a spare crank, it's a pretty cool build. I've already had some quite good comments about kind of the paint and the look and the, you know, the general kind of vibe of the bike. New bottle cages coming soon. Like I said, I've got an idea for the handlebars. That will become apparent in future videos. I'd say 90% is there, really. The only two things I would change are the handlebars and the wind, because it's so windy today. It handles really well, but I was just a little bit nervous in the wind because it was like kind of cross and headwinds today. Yeah, I think once I get the handlebars set up, feels like a buzzword now, but that will make this bike really enjoyable to ride. Didn't feel like I was missing out too much on with the 1x. One thing I probably will do if I'm going to ride this bike a bit more is go to a 32 tooth on the back, just because, like I said, it's quite hilly around here. But didn't really miss it and did a normal route that, like I said, normally I go down into the small ring and spin my legs out a little bit. So if I'm feeling a little bit stronger and I don't have to spin at 90 RPM the whole time, I can take this bike. Yeah, excited, really excited to have a different bike and more videos to come. Thanks for watching. I think I've already said that, but I'm gonna go and have a cup of coffee. It's fucking freezing, it's April.